Welcome back, everybody. Hot Mic rolls on. Beautiful Wednesday morning. Looks like we're going to have great football weather this weekend. We've had it all fall. Can't complain about that. And it's going to be on Saturday. Concordia has its homecoming. Cobbers have St. Scholastic coming into town. It's been a long time coming to get a football game over at the Jake. I drive by on 8th Street almost every day, so I have a chance to look over, seen what's going on, and now finally it's come to fruition. I can only imagine our next guest, who's probably been out there every single day since the turf got lifted out there. It's great to see Terry Horan join us, longtime Concordia head coach on the show. Have you been out there, like, if you've camped out, you have a tent out there over the last few months?
I'll tell you, absolutely, right? Especially when when we were practicing over at Moore at high school and the
Yes.
field was done, but we just needed the weather to obey so they could get the track finished. I think I was out there 3 or 4 different times throughout every day just to see, okay, are they working? Are they getting things done? And well, we got sunshine. We don't have any rain. They should be on this track getting it finished, but we're thankful for our neighbors and Moore at High School and also MSUM for, allowing us to use their facilities for a little while.
So this is everything. We were just visiting off air. It's conference opener. It's homecoming. First game on the new turf. I mean, that's a lot rolled into one Saturday.
A lot rolling into one Saturday. I told that to our guys in our team meeting the other day. I said, it's your MIAC opener. It's the season you play for. It actually is homecoming. So, obviously a lot of pride in that game. And it's our opener on the new field. So yeah, it's all wrapped into one.
Terry, I remember when the turf first went down. Gosh, that was almost 15 years ago. So beyond that, how badly was that needed? Did you notice that, hey, we need to get a refresher over here?
Yeah, last year you could really tell it, and it's a field turf product, which in my opinion is the best
Yeah.
out there, and pretty much on every Division One field and also NFL fields. But it was about 13 years, so it served its life, and but it was ready, and I'm thankful for our administration to be able to make this happen and make it happen so fast.
We had Rachel Bergeson on in May when the project was announced and was going to get going, and immediately got my attention was lights, because, like, wow, Cobber night game would be something else. Has that been talked about for potential down the road to do that?
Absolutely. We certainly want to do it for non-conference games,
Yeah.
that's for sure, and really from here on out, we're going to have one opportunity for a non-conference game and hopefully we can get that under the lights. It's just fantastic. We moved our practice schedule this year to the mornings. So we are using the lights and it lights up like a Christmas tree. It's beautiful. And in fact, we got some pictures the other day. A former religion professor on campus lives over in Eventide, and he has one of the top rooms, and he took pictures off his balcony. And we posted it on our Cobber football Twitter or X handle,
Yeah.
and oh, they're beautiful. They're absolutely, we're out there working hard, and the lights are on. It's 5:45 in the morning.
That's fantastic. Is there a
It is.
chance, any way you could get a home conference night game? Is that something the league would have to sign off on?
Yeah, the league would have to sign off on that, and really, I think it's between the two parties
Okay.
that you're playing as well. I know, our league rules say 1 o'clock, and a lot of times that was because of us and traveling
Yes.
and
Yeah.
everything. So yeah, it would really have to be between the two parties, but the league would have to sign off.
Let's just do it now. Let's make it happen. St. John's up here in 2 years. Can we do that at night? Come on. Let's do it.
That would be fantastic. We would love it.
You actually got on an airplane as well. Tell us about the road trip a couple weeks ago out west of Washington.
Well, it certainly wasn't a charter flight, that's for sure. And thankful for our friends over at Birch Travel. So yeah, we went out to Pacific Lutheran, which is in Tacoma, Washington, just south of Seattle, and we a backtrack back in 2008. We went out and played Willamette
I remember
University
that.
in
Yep.
Salem, Oregon, right just south of Portland. And we left on a Friday morning and practiced that afternoon. And obviously you got Pacific Standard Time, Central Standard Time deal. And I just thought we were flat as all get out on that Saturday. So, when I was visiting with Rachel about setting this flight up, I said, I really want to try to get out there Thursday night. Well, we were able to. We bussed down to Minneapolis. We flew Delta, and they were fantastic to work with our party of 80. Everything was flawless, to be honest with you. I mean, we got in late Thursday night. The 12th of September, probably around 11:40, about, that's Pacific Standard Time. Got to our hotel probably around 12:31 in the morning, which is 3 in the morning Minnesota time, right? Boys slept in. We had a late breakfast. We were able to go over and practice on a high school field just near us, and that worked out great. Had some downtime in the afternoon. Got our legs underneath us a little bit better. And I think everybody after dinner on that Friday night was feeling pretty good. And then Saturday, obviously driving into Tacoma and playing that game, and we really, for the most part, defensively, we played really well
Yeah.
for the entire game. Offensively, we kicked it into gear in the second half. But it was a good win for us, and that was a good team. They had everybody back from a year ago where we barely squeaked one out on them at home, 26-21, and they were coming off a 49-0 victory. So, yeah, I was proud of our kids. I was proud of our staff, but it was flawless, Dom.
Mm.
There was no glitches. And when you're taking a party of 80 to where there's no glitches, that was great.
That's a victory in its own right. You should celebrate that one
Absolutely.
for a bit. Tell us about the home opener this weekend. It's St. Scholastica. It's homecoming. Just the emotions that go with that coming up this weekend.
Yeah, obviously, homecoming, and it's pretty special in a lot of places, but really special here. A lot of the old school pageantry, we do it upright, and that's pretty special. We've got a lot of alums coming back. I got 2 former players being inducted in the Hall of Fame,
Nice.
back on our MIC championship team. Former coach that coached me when I was here, but he also coached with me for a couple of years when I first started. Doug Perry, he's getting inducted into the Hall of Fame as well. But St. Scholastica, yeah, so they've been in our league for a couple of years now. This will be the second year we've ever played them. We were up in Duluth last year. They're coming into the game 1-1. They've got a lot of returners, and they lost to Rockford in overtime, a school out of Illinois, and then they beat Crown College out of the UMAC pretty handedly last weekend. So they're bringing back a lot of experience. They can create some fits. They do some different things defensively, and we just got to be ready to go. And we've had last week, we really, with our bye week, and that bye week really came at the right time just because of the trip that we had. Our team needed a couple days to just kind of get their legs back underneath. But we really focused on us last week, and then came in strong this week. And we just finished our practice this morning. We were on the field at 5:25 with specialties, and we were off the field by 8 o'clock, and the kids have class at 9. So it worked out great.
I have not had a chance to talk to you since the expansion of the postseason. You've been on previous postseason committees. What is a D3 tournament of 40? How does that change for Concordia now to get to the postseason?
Yeah, I think, over the years, the MIC obviously has got a strong
Right.
reputation. There's 27 conferences in Division III, and the MIC traditionally has been ranked like 2, right behind the WIAC. And we've been able to get 2 teams traditionally in, even back when it was 32. With the expansion now, that excites all of us, right? And maybe there'll be a chance some year that our league can get 3 in. Right now we're still in that 2 divisional format, and that this is the last year of that.
Okay.
And next year we play everybody in our league other than one team, and we still have that championship weekend for the next 2 years. And then we'll start playing everybody in our league. To be honest with you, I think every year our league should have at least now, especially with 40, should have at least 2 in.
Yeah.
Last year we were unfortunate to only get 1 in, and Bethel won our league, right? St. John's got upset by Gustavus in their division, and probably St. John's was the best team in our league, and we had to play them twice. So they missed out, and that was too bad because they deserved to be in the playoffs last year, and I think once we start playing everybody in our league, it's going to give us a better opportunity to get more in.
You think 7-3 would be enough then at 40, or you think you got to win 8 football games to get in?
Yeah, I still think you got to get to 8, in
Okay.
my opinion, but you never know. It depends on, the landscape of across Division Three,
Yeah.
and your wins and who did you beat, and who beat you, that kind of stuff. But I always said, you at least get to 8. If you can
Yeah.
get to 8, good things can happen to you.
Hey, before we go, you know how much of a uniform and helmet guy I am. The white helmets, give us the backstory on how this all came about.
Oh my word. Well, the truth be told, okay, I happened to be sleeping at one evening late. My two coordinators will say it was probably pretty earlier, but there was a text dialogue between my offensive coordinator Jake Pollock and my D coordinator Kyle Bakken, and they were with that conversation with me, and they were popping in these little designs and stuff. Well, of course, I was sleeping, and I woke up, pretty early in the morning, and I see this, like, I missed 25 different text messages, but they had mocked up a helmet with, the roll cobs on the front name strip, a corn stalk going down the
Yeah.
middle, white helmets, maroon mask. And actually, to be honest with you, I looked at it, and I'm a uniform geek too, and I just go, man, this looks really good. This looks really good. So we started playing around, and it just came to life, and it was a perfect time to change the color, because one, we wanted to kind of get back to our brand a
Yep.
little bit. When we went back to the old gold, that Notre Dame gold, when Jake Christensen was coaching, that was before we had a brand, okay? And the field had already been done, and we had the helmets. Well, now that we have a brand, we were always tabbed as the alternate gold, all right? So I wanted to kind of get us back to, the yellow gold, if you will. And that's our field has that on it now. But the helmets, I felt, let's go white.
Yeah.
And then in the stock, it's got a yellow corn and stuff like that. We just put those on for homecoming, and they'll be there the rest of the year. But boy, they look sharp. But here's the deal, Dom. I see right behind you, the Buffalo Bills
Yeah.
and all
Yeah.
stuff like that. I'm getting a little white helmet
All right, do it.
mocked up. Okay, so it's going to be kind of like this, but I am getting one with the corn stalk on it. All right, and I'm going to send it to you, and I hope that I see that
Absolutely.
right behind you.
We'll make that. That'll be front and center on that. Now, the guys over at MAA, at Moorhead Athletic Association, you got some old Cobbers. How did they sign off on the white helmet? How did they feel about it when you went and spoke?
They actually, I brought the helmet the first time I was there, and they all thought, wow. I mean, it when you see it, it pops. It
Yeah.
really does. The white is really sharp, and that maroon on it really pops. But it's good to get the old guard's approval. And
Yes.
and one young man, so Jordan Telge, okay, Jordan Telge was my first recruit that I landed back in the 2000 Morad High kid. In fact, when I got the job, Dom, I asked the coaches, I said, hey, who do I need to get on right now? And they said, Jordan Telge, Morad High School. So sat in his living room with him and his mom and dad, and Jordan became a Cobber, right? All-American by the time he was done, 4-year starter, John Gallardi finalist, which is the D3 Heisman Trophy.
Yep.
Won a conference title with him. He was a 2-year captain. Well, he's old school, right? So we had the sunflower gold helmets back then. I know he wasn't a fan when we went to the Notre Dame
Yeah.
gold, the old gold. And he lives in Seattle. He came and spoke to our team. Well, he was talking about, Coach, I'm not going to lie. When I saw, okay, you're going to do the white helmets and all that kind of stuff, I'm going, okay, all right. Well, we'll see it when I see it, But when you guys came out and you were white on white on white,
Yeah.
he said it looked like a bunch of stormtroopers. And I'm into this. He said, I'm into this. So if I got Jordan Telge's approval, I'm doing pretty good.
It's great to catch up. Thanks so much for the time. Good luck on Saturday. I know it's going to be a crazy weekend. We'll do this again soon, all right?
Hey, appreciate you, Dom. Thank you.
Terry Horan, longtime head coach of the Concordia Cobbers. They've got St. Scholastica. It's homecoming on Saturday, 1 o'clock on the new turf. You can check out the lights. I know it's a big thing in Moorhead when the Cobbers have homecoming. And, we'll add it right here. We'll put the white helmet up. Absolutely. We got room. We'll do that. Appreciate his time. We come back. We'll break. We'll wrap up hour one. Rocky Larson, Mayville State head coach, coming up in our second hour as we roll on a busy Wednesday. We're back after this.